offered them a last chance of success this season. Raith are closely involved in the First Division promotion race and travelled through to the capital full of confidence. Just one win in 17 games is Hibernian's record stretching back to mid-September. But Jim Duffy remains confident of turning the corner, and he's made just one enforced change from last week's defeat against St Johnstone. Chris Jackson replaces Tony Rougier, who's away on international duty. Steve Crawford is Hibernian's top scorer this season with 7 goals. He's proved a real hit since returning north from Millwall, having started his career with Raith when he played a big part in their 1995 Coca-Cola Cup success. Keith Wright also began his career at Raith. He's back there now, and he's their top scorer with 11 goals in just 13 starts this season. In between times, he was of course a huge favourite here at Easter Road. Wright's one of 2 former Hibs players in that Raith Rovers team, the other being midfielder Danny Lennon. It's an unchanged lineup from the side which beat St Mirren 4-1 a fortnight ago when Craig Dargo, whose family are all Hibs fans, scored a hat-trick. The referee, the man rated by many as Scotland's best, is Hugh Dallas. It's Keith Wright who sets the game in motion. The 7th Scottish Cup meeting of Hibernian and Raith. 5 of the previous 6 ties have required a replay before being settled. The score currently 3 wins each, and immediately Hibernian have to defend. Davy Kirkwood, well, the first effort of the game, somewhat speculative. Davy Kirkwood's getting the long-range effort in, but no trouble for Chris Reid in the home goal. Easily cut out by Brown, but McGinley picks up for Hibs. A good combination there between McEwen and Hartley. And Keith Wright couldn't get the ball through. That's a good deflection, now the chance! Good effort. It was Craig Dargo who got in there just ahead of the defender. Real pressure on the home defence. The cross took a deflection there, and Dargo got in just ahead of Darren Dodds, but shot wide. Brown with the ball forward there, picked up by Danny Lennon. Craig McEwen. Space is opening up for him. Chris Reid did well to save that one. It's been a positive start by Raith. That was a good effort by Craig McEwen, and Chris Reid did well to hold it. Jimmy Nicholl not giving much away, but he surely will be very satisfied with the start his side has made here at Easter Road. Hartley picks up. Well, no one reacted to it. Keith Wright will get there first. Darren Dodds gets the challenge in. Good work by Scott Thompson. And Kevin Harper makes the challenge. That's a corner for Raith. Harper having to track back all the way there. And he's given away the corner. Scott Thompson overlapping and showing the sort of skills that he had when he used to be a striker. Danny Lennon with the corner. The chance for Raith. Good save by Chris Reid. Still the pressure on. Sean Dennis puts that one clear. Good challenge by Dennis, and Thompson. Still the chance there for Raith Rovers. And Hibs really are living dangerously in the opening minutes of this match. McEwen's cross, though, allows them to breathe a little more easily. Chris Reid, the hero for Hibernian there. It was Dargo who got the header, and Chris Reid did well to block it. Back with Harper. Looking to make a little space for the cross. Willie Miller. It was behind Pat McGinley. He needs support, surely. And they got the break of the ball there. Walker trying to tee it up there. Now the chance for Andy Walker. Well, a combination of two tackles there blocked him. Still the pressure on Raith Rovers. Now Kevin Harper. Well, a lot of debate there as to whether Harper was offside. And a few of the Raith Rovers defenders not at all happy. Kevin Harper curses his luck. It's a decent ball in. Raith Rovers failed to clear it. Then Kevin Harper looked, he may just have been onside in fact, but couldn't direct the shot on target. Again the chance for Raith Rovers, and they've taken the lead. In just 10 minutes, John Miller scores against Hibernian. You have to say it's been coming. They've had a couple of opportunities already. They've looked very positive indeed. It was a nice little flick into the box there from Danny Lennon, the Hibs defence all at sea, and the volley there from the former Hearts player John Miller. Raith have the lead. Hibs never looked comfortable with that ball, and when it fell for John Miller, it was an excellent finish. Walker under all sorts of pressure there from Fotheringham. And now the chance for Dargo. He gets past Dennis, and he's got past Boko as well. And that should have been two, no question about it. Craig Dargo knows it. He got the break of the ball there. Boko fell. Dargo had just read to beat. He beat the goalkeeper, but it was wide. Well, the studs were up there from Keith Wright, but also the head was down from Chris Jackson, and it's Chris Jackson who has been penalised. Dangerous play by Jackson because he lowered his head too far. In fact, the free kick has not been awarded. It's a corner. Scott Thompson. Back now for Davy Kirkwood. And there's the second goal. It was a wonderful finish, it really was. And it's a second goal from John Miller. Raith have a two-goal advantage after just 21 minutes. The smile says it all. It was well worked. Davy Kirkwood shaped up for the shot. Instead, he flicked the ball in. And it was an excellent left-foot volley from John Miller. Space in that Hibs defence again. Miller made the most of it. 2-0 Raith. Jim Duffy with plenty to ponder. His Hibernian team up against it now if they're to remain in the Tennant Scottish Cup. Walker tees it up for Harper. And now Pat McGinley. And that's a wonderful finish by the Hibernian midfielder. They've hit back within 60 seconds. The ball breaking some 23 yards out, and McGinley steered it past Van de Kamp. Jackson for Hibernian. Now Andy Walker and Jackson backing up. Good run by the midfielder. And the shot troubled Van de Kamp, but it was inches wide. Good driving run by Chris Jackson, not a bad effort, wasn't too far wide. Hartley prepares to take the throw-in. Back with Danny Lennon. Kirkwood with a long testing ball. Chris Reid is under it. Keith Wright was there, but he clashed with the goalkeeper. And there was only going to be one decision there. Free kick to Hibernian. Brings the first half to an end. It was a very attack-minded start by Raith Rovers. John Miller scoring 2 goals in the opening 21 minutes to give them a 2-goal advantage. Hibernian hit back quickly through Pat McGinley. Raith Rovers have not been scared to attack. They have at the home defence in all sorts of trouble from time to time. And at half-time, it's Hibernian 1, Raith Rovers 2. No changes to either side as Walker and Crawford get the second half underway for Hibernian. Shooting downhill, but facing an uphill struggle to get past the First Division side. Craig Dargo, he was a real problem for Hibernian in the first half, and immediately wins a free kick for that challenge by Pat McGinley at the start of the second. Thompson coming forward to take this one. It was Davy Kirkwood who took most of the free kicks in the first half. Paul Hartley gets in there, but that was handball, and it was spotted by Hugh Dallas. Good first half by the winger, looking to build on that in the second 45 minutes. More and more into the game in the first half. It's a good cross. Flicked away by Van de Kamp. The pressure's still on. Cleared this time by Kirkwood. Now down for Hibernian. Paul Brown with lots of time in the box there to effect the clearance. Flags up. Offside against Darwin. Andy down. He's given it away again. Now Kirkwood for Ray. John Miller ran into trouble there, and then Pat McGinley gave the ball away once again. Jackson tees it up for down. Crawford coming deep, looks to lose possession. Craig Dargo with an awful lot to do there. He did just about enough. And Miller to Hartley. He went for the low cross this time. Hibernian have got the block on it. Raith Rovers have the throw. Looks like handball by McEwen, but accidental. Now Kirkwood with a lovely ball through for Paul Hartley. Chris Reid reacted quickly at his near post. It was a lovely pass by Davy Kirkwood to set up Paul Hartley. And the winger went for the low ball. Chris Reid did well. Pat McGinley penalised there for lifting his arm on Andy Galloway as they battled for that high ball. Craig McEwen. Nice ball forward looking for Dargo. Tries to hold off Boko and he's done it again. That was a challenge by Sean Dennis. Dargo's gone down. Sean Dennis looks impassive. It was good skill by Dargo getting past Boko, but had absolutely no chance of getting past Sean Dennis, and that was a very, very hard challenge indeed. Miller wins the header, and now Keith Wright gives it back to him. Space opens up. Hartley on the wing. Now Lennon, he's looking for Hartley again. That's good skill! And that was just inches wide. It was good, inventive play by Raith Rovers. Hartley and Lennon linking up. Great skill by Hartley in the box, and oh so close to the third. Jason Dare comes on for Raith Rovers. He replaces Craig Dargo. Another chance! Well, that came from almost nothing. It was McGinley who flicked it on, and it was Andy Walker who came ever so close to getting Hibs back on level terms. Charnley with a cross. Flicked down into the box there. The ever alert Andy Walker just wide. Good footwork by Thompson. And now Jason Dare stands on the ball. Thompson with the ball for Wright. The flag is down. Here's a chance for Keith Wright. And that should have been number 3. He was very unselfish. He tried to set up Paul Hartley. Keith Wright can't believe it. He sprung the offside trap, measured the cross, and Hartley was just inches away from it. And the break of the ball there for Keith Wright. He goes to attack Darren Dodds, and he does well. And Dodds makes the challenge, and Raith Rovers have another corner. Jason Dare gets ready to swing the corner in, but there's been an incident off the ball. Keith Wright is down. Darren Dodds was involved. The red card has been shown, and Darren Dodds has been sent off. Hibernian down to 10 men. Darren Dodds red carded. The players jockeying there, waiting for the corner to be taken. Keith Wright trying to get the better of Darren Dodds. And Dodds, well, he certainly raised his hand. It didn't look too vicious, but that's why he was red carded. Keith Wright tees it up for Miller, who's taking his time. Back out to Hartley. Trying to feed it through there. Hibs have it. Kevin Harper on the left. He goes screaming past McEwen. Great turn of pace. McEwen chops him down, and that has to be a yellow card. Craig McEwen gets the yellow. He'd already been booked for dissent in the first half, and Craig McEwen too earns a red card. No doubt about it at all. Harper showed him a clean pair of heels. McEwen dived in just too late. He could have no complaints about that. Anywhere will do for Raith Rovers now. 2 minutes of injury time. Miller for Hibernian. And there goes the final whistle. It's another notable cup success for Jimmy Nicholl as Raith Rovers manager. He's known so many glory days and glory nights in the past as Raith Rovers boss. That's another huge scalp for the First Division side. Jimmy Nicholl's Raith Rovers are through. It was John Miller who scored the goals, both in the first half, that earned the 2-1 victory. Raith Rovers will be in the draw for the 4th round of the Tennant Scottish Cup. Full-time scoreline here at Easter Road. Hibernian 1, Raith Rovers 2.
Overall, there was very few positive things for us today. There was 1 or 2 individual performances, but over the piece we were outplayed and outfought, and that's very sad for a club of Hibs stature to be saying this in the Scottish Cup.
So where do you go from here? A case of working the players very hard indeed, presumably?
Yeah, well, we have been working hard, and as I said, Monday to Friday's never been a problem at this club, but it's the Saturdays that's been a problem in recent times, because as soon as they cross that line, they seem to switch to another gear, and it's just not been good enough. So, you know, the players have had plenty of opportunities, and, you know, they haven't taken them. And really, it's up to me to try and find the right formula. And whether it's a case of having to get rid of some of these players and bring some other ones in, or whether it's a case of trying to turn some form in with them, then, you know, that's something we'll just have to work towards. But you know, I don't want people thinking I'm patronising Hibernian supporters by apologising for the defeat. But I think more for the performance, and I think each and every one of the players should do the same. But as I said, it's not to stop me taking criticism. I deserve it. I picked the team and I put them out in the park. But I think some of the players have got to look at themselves in the mirror as well and say that they give everything they've got for Hibs.
A very honest assessment by the Hibernian manager, Jim Duffy. We're joined by the Raith Rovers assistant manager, Alex Smith. And Alec, clearly Jim very unhappy, but for Raith Rovers, a very satisfying performance.
Yeah, as from our point of view, it was very pleasing. We played excellent football from the start to the finish, which really pleased us, particularly in the first half where we created many chances and we good open play, and I was pleased with the attitude of the players.
And Hartley, Wright and Dargo up front, a real handful for the Hibs defence.
Yes, the three players were a hot handful. Hartley and Dargo are very quick and very elusive players, and they do a lot of damage for us, but Keith Wright, with his experience and knowledge of the game, keeps, particularly Dargo, he keeps them right and helps them greatly.
Gordon, you were watching the pictures of the game earlier on, watching the highlights just now as well. You didn't reckon that was a surprise, or not a shock certainly today?
No, it's not a great shock, I don't think, in our football, because you look at Raith are going well just now. Hibs have been struggling a bit. It looked as if they turned the corner New Year when they got the result against Hearts. They came back from 2-0 down. That looked quite good from their point of view, but that was always a disaster waiting to happen, you know, to play at home in front of your own fans. Hibs would probably have been better with an away draw in the Cup at this stage, and it's always a test for the team that's sitting at top of the First Division when they get a Premier League side. They want to show they deserve to be there, and you know, Jimmy Nicholl's got a good record in Cup football, and Alex got a good record when he was at Aberdeen as well, so it certainly worked out well for them today, and by all accounts it looks as if they definitely deserve to win.
And it's going to be a long, hard road to the end of the season now for Hibernian, you imagine?
Well, it's that old euphemism they say, concentrate on the league, but that's really what they have to do. They've got to have a real go now and pick up points, or else they're going to find that the season totally over.
OK, well, time now to catch up on 4 of the other ties.